Everybody likes to talk, and if you're praying to your God or whoever you're praying to, it sounds like you feel like somebody's listening.
That's a tough one.
People find the need to pray when they're in their final moments of desperation and they need one last call because they feel there's something out there.
Because it provides hope to people, and you know, if they're in a very low place, then it might give them some hope to get out of that low place.
I think people find the need to pray because they're afraid of the unknown. They want to know. I think everyone wants to know what's going on.
People need to pray because they have to fill their soul.
It comforts you to know that there's something out there and that there's somebody out there listening to your prayers. And hopefully, if something is out of your hands, God can intervene and help out.
For those that have the need to pray, I think that prayer is a fantastic thing in that it allows people to connect with something that they truly believe in.
So why do we need to pray? Besides the fact that you got to know that it's God who's given it to you. You see, the people who are successful and who are making a lot of money, they say, I don't need God, I can do it myself. Did you ever hear this joke? There's a joke that this guy, he lost $30 million in the stock market. He lost $30 million. All he has left is $10,000. What can you do with $10,000 if he wants $30 million? He's depressed. What is he going to do? He figures he'll distract himself. So he goes out to the horse racing. You see the horses racing, a little excitement, you know, put on a bet. He comes to the horse races, and on the board, 3,000 to 1 odds. On the nag, 3,000 to 1 odds. You know, $10,000, 3,000 to 1 nag. $30 million. He's got it. He's inspired. He goes to the window, puts $10,000 down, has these tickets in his hands. He's walking away and he's in shock. What the heck did I do, for goodness sake? I had $10,000. You know, $10,000 you can buy a cup of coffee, you can have a night's sleep, you can even get a steak. Now he's got nothing. This nag is going to drop dead. He starts saying, Almighty, please don't let him drop dead. At least when the gun goes off, let him run. At least let him run. Sure enough, the gun goes off. The nag is running. He's all the way in the back, but he's running. He says, Almighty, get him up into the pack, please, Almighty. It's in the pack. Almighty, please, up front, Almighty, get his nose out. His nose is out. Almighty, by a length, Almighty, 7 lengths. He says, okay, God, I'll take over from here. The horse drops dead.
Because people find a need to pray because we're all lacking something.
It's our way of asking, you know.
Mainly people want to pray as a general when they're feeling down, when there's nothing else left.
I think people need to pray so that they feel like they're not alone and that they're doing something to, you know, reach their goals and make their lives better.
We want enjoyment, we want satisfaction, and when we feel that we're not getting it, we look for it and we search for it, and we hope that we can achieve it, and so we pray that it'll come to us because that's what I think that we want.
That's the point of living, is to live with God. Then you become arrogant. You don't need God, you don't need man, you don't need anybody, you're all by yourself. The whole point is that you've got to ask. You've got to ask. And then you've got to ask God. So don't ask Him for money so that you go off to Hawaii and leave over your brothers and sisters and forget about studying or forget about living. Come on. He doesn't want you to do that. Would you give your 15-year-old, now let's say you were a billionaire, would you give him $10 million? You love him. He'll love the money, yeah? He'll love spending it, but you know it'll drive him nuts. So if you ask God, and you know that God gives it to you, and then you start asking yourself, what does God want in this world? And maybe you'll be an activist. Maybe you'll save the environment, or save the Jewish people, or do something socially benefit, or grow yourself, be a great human being. But if you just want money, the Almighty's not going to give it to you for you to frivel away your life and be meaningless.